let's talk about the Taekwondo rank belt and how to tie it. There is a proper way to tie it. There are many ways to get there. I'll show you probably the easiest two to get there. First, let's start with the easiest one. So if we'll start with the belt, and we'll start with the side that has no stripes. Black belts usually have their name on it on that side. If you're a color belt, it's just going to be the side that has no stripes. And you'll start in the middle of your back on your right side. So here's my right side. I'll start in the middle of my back on that right side. So just make sure it's right in the middle of your back and it goes towards your right. Then we're going to wrap it around until there's 3 of them in the front. So I'll turn this way, I'll keep wrapping it in. There's no twists, there's no turns, just all the way around. When I get 3 layers in the front, 1, 2, and then 3, I'm going to tuck it from the bottom up underneath and then pull it out. Now it kind of holds itself together. The one we started with is in our back on our right side. It's the very bottom layer. We're going to just grab the very bottom one and pull that bottom one out. Now here's where we need to make the belt even. If it's nice and even, great. If one side is longer or shorter, just move it to the shorter side and then pull that shorter side out so it becomes more even. Once it's even, you can make it as tight as you want to, and however tight you make it now is how tight it's going to be on you. So the one that's on the top, this one's coming out of the top, is going to go over. This one that's out of the bottom is going to come up, over, and then through. And it makes an arrow or a triangle that points to my right with my stripes on my right. All right, there's another way that we could tie this belt that usually helps out people once you kind of have it down. So you start with the belt completely in half. Start with your stripes on your left side. So here is my left side over here on this side. I'm going to make sure my stripes are on that side. I'm going to put it right in the middle of my stomach. So it's right here in the middle of my stomach. All right, now my right hand is going to be going behind me all the way across here. My other hand, my left hand, is going to stay on the top. Right, now here's where it gets kind of tricky for some people. So the one that's on the top just needs to stay on the top. It's the one that's on the bottom. We just feed it through underneath so that there's no twist or anything. So in the back, you'll see it kind of looks like there's one belt and there's no twist or anything. Now, from here, this one that's over the top right now, see this one's over the top and this one's coming out on the bottom. The one that's over the top will come underneath of all of them. And we can make it as tight as we like to make it, make sure it's nice and even. Right? I can move it over if I need to. Now, the one that's out of the top goes over the top. The other one comes over and then through, making the triangle again on the right. So we want this triangle to be on the right side, but sometimes when we get to here, everything works well, and then this last little part of the knot tricks people up. So the one that's on the top goes over, the bottom one's going to come over and through, but when it does, I need the top parts of the belt to touch each other. So if I go here, this top part, I need to just bend it over so it touches the other top part, and then as I pull it through, then I'll have that arrow or that triangle pointing to the right.